everybody, welcome to Teensy Vintage. This is Teresa. Welcome back if you're a longtime viewer, and welcome to any new viewers I might have. Please like and subscribe. That would really help my channel. Today we are working on a 12 by 12 inch sheet of watercolor paper, and I'm using a bunch of different stamps as my very first layer. This first one is from a new stamp set from Sizzix and 49 in Market. Let me see what they called it. What did they call this one? I think they just called it Bird Song. Bird Song. That's right. Bird Song. It's a great set. Lots of script and postage style stamps and some beautiful birds. And I'm just using archival ink in jet black to put some of these stamps down in a random pattern. And I'm also stamping off the extra stamp, or sorry, the extra ink onto a scrap piece of paper so that they don't get put back in the package with ink all over them. It'll just help your stamps last a little longer. I know some people like to use special wipes or other products to clean their stamps, but frankly, I just find that, stamping off the excess works really well. And I'm just kind of building up a background here using different numbers. There's sections of handwriting, little postage cancellation style stamps. It's pretty great. I really love this set. And it comes with some dies so that you can cut out the birds. And I haven't gotten to that part yet, but I wanted to play with the stamps. So here we are today. I like to store my stamp sets in the packaging that they come in. That way I'm able to keep everything together and I know what the stamp set is called. This is an older set, I think from 2019. It's a Halloween style set and it has this beautiful owl and a moon in it. And I was like, that's the focus, the focal point of this piece. So I'm going to put it right up top and make sure that it's stamped very well, and it turned out perfectly. I was really happy with that. So this is going to kind of guide me with the rest of my choices here in terms of inks and other stamps that we're going to use. I tried to use this skull, but it just wasn't working. If it had faced the other direction, I think it would have been perfect, but it didn't, so I put it away. This is another clear stamp from Finnabair. It's kind of a Harlequin design, and I'm literally just stamping pieces of it randomly around. No plastic block for that one. Just because I didn't want the whole square, I just wanted parts of it. And now I'm going back to the birds and putting in some more numbers in the little spots that I'm seeing. So I'm kind of filling in any blank spots that are in my jumble of stamps. And I like what I have so far. I'm pulling out another set of stamps because I wanted to get a few different numbers. This one is Creative Expressions. Let's see, Sam Poole, called Numbers from the Past. And these are all wonderful vintage and antique looking numbers. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill in more blank spots with some of these numbers as well. This is a fun set to use if you're making labels or if you're just doing something random like this. I really love the old fonts. All right, so pretty happy with that. And now I've decided it's time to add some color. The first thing I'm going to use is a Lindy's Magical Shaker. This one is called Spill the Tea Teal. And the label makes it look more greenish, but honestly, it's kind of blue to me. Oh, and I'm also using a Distress Oxide, but we'll get to that in a second. Anyway, regardless, this This teal color is really pretty, and I'm just lightly sprinkling it in a few places, and I'm gonna add some water and then use a brush to move this ink around. And I decide to kind of move the paper around so that I can get some drippies. Um, and wow, there were a lot of good drippies on this one. And it was sheer luck that it didn't drip on the owl. So anyway, lots and lots of this teal color, which does look as blue as it does on the screen, in this case. So yeah, I was like, oh, this is not actually green. This is more of a blue, which is fine. Blue, teal, green, all beautiful colors. If you're a perfectionist in your work, which you shouldn't be, that just takes all the fun out of it. But if you are, a magical shaker is probably going to be a frustrating art supply for you because it's really hard to control where all the little dust goes. In fact, even after I'm done using it, I still find some on the page, and I'll point that out later. So now we're using another cool color, and I'm going in with a paintbrush. This is a Distress Oxide from Tim Holtz, and I just put some on the glasswork top, and I added some water. And it's just like a watercolor. You can go in with your brush and add it exactly where you want to add it. And I just really love this color. Oh, I never said what it was. I'm sorry. Villainous Potion. It is Villainous Potion, y'all. It's a great purple. It's deep. I use it a lot, and I think that for a spooky Halloween type um, piece such as this one, it's a fantastic color. And now I'm just going in and trying to hit any little white spots that are there in the center. I'm going to leave a lot of negative space in this piece around the outside of my main image, but on the inside where the blue is, I really wanted to cover up anything that was still white. So we've still got our beautiful owl up top, and yeah, it's coming together. I'm also going to dry it. Make sure everything is nice and dry before moving on. And sometimes I dry the back just to kind of help it from curling one way to kind of curl back the other way so that it evens itself out. I have mixed results with that technique, but this watercolor paper is really sturdy and can usually handle a lot of moisture being thrown at it. Now I'm using a Stabilo all pencil in yellow, and what I'm doing is filling in the moon. And I want the moon to be very bright. So I picked this beautiful yellow. I'm going to take a tiny brush, or smaller round brush rather, and activate it with water. This just gives a very nice glow. Yes, I could have used any other ink or watercolor or whatever. I just wanted to use that pencil. It's sitting there on my desk, and I figured, hey, why not? Okay, now we've got our friend Gesso. I'm putting out just a little bit. I'm not going to use a whole lot on this piece. I just kind of want to soften some stuff. For one thing, I want to soften that big drip that goes up in the middle there. I thought I could kind of, cover it up, but it didn't really work that way. Also, it's hard to see, but there was some residual Lindy's dust there between that upward going drip and the owl, and it kind of turned blue. So I just said, you know what? We're just going to pretend there's some very light blue clouds there. Now I'm using some Liquitex black ink. The actual color is, let's see, carbon black. And just using a tiny amount diluted with some water to just kind of give some depth to the picture. I'm adding this black color so that it will look like, there's it helps your eye focus on the main part and kind of recedes from your eye. going the other way. I'm going to put a few spatters on there. So I want to cover up my owl and the moon because I didn't want any spatters on top of them. Everything else was fair game. There we go. Yeah. And then clean up my mess. And that looks like it will probably be it. This was a fast and easy piece, just something fun to do. I really, recommend keeping things simple. It can be intimidating sometimes to sit down and try to make something very sophisticated. Just start stamping or put your ink down first and stamp on top of it. Either way, you can get a really pretty, fun piece, have a good time making it, and enjoy yourself. And at the end of the day, art is about enjoying yourself. Thanks for watching, y'all. I will see you next time.